Hello. I know it's been a while since I did a video. So here we are. We're doing a video. We're gonna do another. We're gonna do DSP weekend preview type deal, type shit, type shenanigans. Sorry I haven't made a video in like a month now or so. But there was stuff that I wanted to cover, but there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of personal shit, and kind of other things I wanted to focus on. And the videos I wanted to do were kind of already done by other YouTube channels type deal, so it would be kind of redundant and kind of late for me to do a video about his revelation as to why his YouTube channel got fucked up, or why he thinks Fallout 4, why it's okay for him to play early games when he gets them or whatever. I just decided not to do that kind of stuff because other people have discussed it, and you guys kind of know where I hope you guys know where I stand with that. I kind of agree with what has been pretty much said amongst the other detractors, or haters as Phil likes to call us. So, let's continue. Let's do this weekend preview. Here we go.
Alright, hello everyone, and welcome
Hello,
to
everyone.
the Weekend Preview. Today is Sunday, November 22nd, 2015, and I am Darkside Phil. And up front, initially, before we even begin, I have to apologize, as I have been under the weather. In fact, it wasn't even until...
He's under the weather. Do you hear his sickness? Do you hear it? He's so under the weather, you could just hear it from his voice. Being sarcastic.
About an hour ago, that my nose finally cleared up to the point where it doesn't sound like my head is massively congested. You've been hearing, if you've been watching the playthrough videos for the past couple of days, whether it was Rise of the Tomb Raider or Game of Thrones conclusion on Friday or Fallout 4 yesterday, you've heard it in my voice and in my...
Bullshit. He never... I don't remember hearing it because I follow Dragon Killer. Shout out to Dragon Killer. Since he kind of quotes DSP, so... kind of just reading that. Please someone let me know. Did he ever say he was sick before last night? I mean, he kind of talked about it, kind of brought it up, but whatever. I mean, I guess he kind of brought it up. I guess he's talking about Saturday, I guess.
Nasal cavities that I've had, basically a head cold. And the good news...
Head cold. I'm sorry I paused like 2 times consecutively, but what's a head cold? I've never heard of a head cold. It's just a cold. You have a cold or you don't. There's no specific parts. He sounds like you already know what he sounds like. He sounds like he's making excuses.
It's not a serious head cold. It's not like I'm dying sick. I don't have a fever. I'm not choking, which typically when I get a cold, I get like a chest cold, and that's the worst. No.
Oh my god, this guy is an idiot. There's a cold's a cold. Just because sometimes when you get a cold, it might kind of affect a certain part, and it might seem differently each time. Doesn't mean that it's a different kind of cold. A cold is a cold. The only difference I've heard of colds is seasonal, but that's seasonal cold, whatever. There's no such thing as a chest cold, a head cold, a foot cold, whatever. Whatever. It's just a cold. When you say head cold and chest cold, you sound like an idiot. I'm not even joking. And a cold isn't a life-threatening condition or even that much of an issue. It's just a cold. I mean, this guy.
Yeah, it's just all right here in my sinuses. The problem was, after 3 days of suffering through this head cold, last night
poor baby.
A fever pitch, and I was just miserable. I couldn't relax. I couldn't sleep. At one point at night, my nostrils, not just the outside here, but the inside of my nose was throbbing with pain from having blown it and rubbed it because it was being stuffed and running for the past 3 days straight. And I was just sitting there miserable in bed like, oh
That's why you don't blow your nose, I guess.
I didn't even get to sleep till after 6 in the morning this morning. Woke up around 10 o'clock when typically I would get up to start getting ready for work, and I'm like, I feel like shit if I try to work.
He went to bed 6 in the morning, or a little bit after, and woke up at 10 a.m. And he's saying that he feels like shit. It might have to do with the lack of sleep you had. It might have been because of that. I mean, I'm no doctor, but I mean, if I had like 3 hours of sleep, of necessary sleep, I'd probably feel like shit too.
Work
Just
today. I'm going to sound terrible. I'm going to be in a bad mood. So I did an audible, and I said, unfortunately today, no stream, no gameplay. Originally, it was supposed to be Rise of the Tomb Raider today, but I had to kind of throw
I said this on a tweet somewhere, but I think it's funny that he couldn't play a game. Most people play games when they're sick, and just kind of have an audio commentary like he usually does, right? That's how he usually makes his videos. But he was okay with sitting in front of a camera, and doing a video. Usually, if I was sick, I wouldn't be doing a video. I'd probably make a video, do like a voiceover or whatever, but I probably wouldn't use a visual recording device. Like, I wouldn't use a camera. I'd probably just kind of record my voice and not have a visual on me if I am sick. But he can do this, but he couldn't.
key wrench into the plan and say, sorry, everyone, I just did not feel up to it. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, like I said, right now I am still congested, but I'm not crazy congested like I was last night. And my nose, I haven't blown it as much today. I'm hoping that it calms down and that starting tomorrow, I'll at least start recovering and it won't be as bad because we've got a crazy, busy, and fun week ahead of us here. With a lot of content, a lot of variety of stuff we're going to be doing this week. Thanksgiving celebration and all kinds of stuff coming up. So
He canceled a fan appreciation for this week to do Bloodborne. Thanks, Phil. That's what you should be giving thanks for. Thank you, Phil, for canceling an event that we paid $75 for, and then condensing the fan appreciation to one event instead of two events that he originally said.
allow me to explain everything in a nutshell. But before I do, I just want to let everyone know and summarize everything from this past week. Star Wars Battlefront, played it for 3 days, and after 3 days, I really feel that I've explored enough of the game. I don't really feel like playing it anymore until we do fan appreciation, which we're going to talk about in a moment. And so Star Wars Battlefront for now is on the back burner. No, I'm not getting it on PlayStation 4. People basically got bored of it after the second session anyway, so I'm moving on to other stuff, okay? Rise of the Tomb Raider, I started this on Friday, and a lot of people have been asking me to play it, and not a lot of people really showed up to watch it on the stream, that's for sure, and not really on YouTube either. I really haven't gotten, I feel, too far into it to know if it's a good game or not. I've only played it for around 2.5 hours, and it was really just the introductory stages of the game. I don't feel that I've gotten deep enough into it to really give it a fair shake, but I'll be honest, the introduction was kind of boring. It was kind of cliche. It was kind of exactly what I was expecting. Being this is a sequel to the game from 2013, the fact that it really didn't grip me in the first few hours like that game did is not a good sign,
kidding?
Okay? And some people are saying, well, maybe people are kissing.
I played. I kind of started playing Tomb Raider when it was on the PlayStation 4. It had a very good discount price. I haven't gotten past the beginning. I got really bored. I want to get back into it. But it's just kind of like, I don't know. There wasn't anything that gripped me. Like, when I played Uncharted 2, it had a lot of like kind of stuff going on. But this was Tomb Raider's not bad, but it's just, I don't know. It feels like I'm trying to get to a place that I want to get to. I don't know. That's my personal opinion of it. I'm not gonna review it, obviously, but I'm not a big fan of the beginning of the first game, so I kind of disagree with him there. If the second one is like this one, then okay.
This game's butt because it's an Xbox exclusive. I'm not going to get onto the drama bandwagon and say, oh, maybe people are overrating it because it's only on Xbox. People are trying to say there's a good game on Xbox. I'm not going to go there.
What? People aren't kissing the game's ass because this is an Xbox One exclusive for a year? Wow, he always wants to make himself sound like the contrarian, like, well, I will not do what other people are doing, but it's like I've never heard anyone kiss this game's ass other than it's a Tomb Raider game. It got the Tomb Raider hype, not it's the Xbox One exclusive. Like, is he? Again, the only people that talk like that are like 12-year-olds. So, yeah.
I'm gonna play a little more. I'm gonna judge it for myself, and we'll go from there. Okay? But I started that on Friday, FYI.
He's like trying to make a contrarian
Game of Thrones, the episodic game from Telltale Games, that we've been playing all year finally released Friday night, and I did upload that to DSP Gaming. Good episode, but overall, one of the worst endings I've ever seen in a game. Like, if you could ever say this is the end of a game and then give it an ending like that, that was just really pathetic. And I'm not going to go into detail because I voiced my full opinion on it at the end.
I
of
have
that
heard
episode.
bad things about that
So if you
ending,
want to see
so
my
I
opinion
can't.
on how they ended this
I have
shitty
nothing to
ending
say.
to
I haven't
that
played
episodic
Game of
check
Thrones.
it out in the final
I
part.
watched the show,
All
but
right, and that is live
not
on
interested in
DSP
playing
Gaming.
the game.
Yesterday I played some more Fallout 4, which was fun. I'm going into the story now. I'm delving into side quests and stuff that are story-based. It's not like me just grinding repetitively, doing boring stuff. There was actually this really interesting quest line regarding the Cabot family, which I spent most of Saturday doing, okay? And I apologize for the snorting. This is because I'm congested, and what am I going to do? If I don't do that, it's going to drip down my throat and cause me to choke while I'm trying to record here. So, thank you for being patient.
He snorts in every single video. Every single video. And then it's like, if I don't snort, it's gonna go down my throat and choke. So the action of doing, because you're going up, it goes kind of down. If you just blow your nose, it leaves the nose. How does it go from your throat if you blow your nose? And I am amazed. I'm amazed that this guy finds all these excuses to be disgusting. He finds these reasons to be disgusting. Take a goddamn sip.
Yesterday I uploaded the grossest episode of DSP Tries that I've ever made. Like, no lie, that was insanely disgusting. It was funny because when I said this, people at first were like, Phil's exaggerating. Phil's just saying this because he wants people to check out this episode.
And he did.
People actually watched the episode, and if you look at the comments on the video, it's like, holy shit, I've seen every episode of DSP Tries It for the past 5 years. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. So if you don't want to take my word for it, take the words of the people who watched the video when we're fucking grossed out.
I mean, it's a
That's live on
fucking
the
fast food
right
sandwich.
Now, okay?
I mean, what are you going to expect?
So today, no new game footage because I was sick. I was congested. I didn't feel good. I was recuperating all day. All right. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is in the hands of you. And what I mean by that is, as I'm uploading this video to the King of Hate Vlogs, I'm going to post a poll on my Twitter account, @TheyCallMeDSP. The poll's going to have two options. Do you want to see Fallout 4 on my first gameplay stream tomorrow, so a longer session of Fallout, or do you want to see my second session ever of Rise of the Tomb Raider?
Or better yet, do the fan appreciation on Monday.
This poll overnight, I'm going to play first tomorrow, and yes, it will be live streamed at the usual time, around 1 p.m. Pacific time. The second game, whatever loses out on the poll, will not be live
you're doing it for a day, but at least
2 hours
it's something.
Gameplay footage played later in the day, and that'll be uploaded exclusively to DSP Gaming. What I'm
As
hoping
opposed
is in the middle there, I have a little bit of time because my loot crate.
I like how you're saying, oh, this gameplay thing will be uploaded exclusively to DSP Gaming. Where else? Like, he didn't say that when he was saying, like, oh, I'll do a stream, and then I'm gonna upload. Then he said like, he's gonna do a stream. He's gonna upload whatever didn't win the poll exclusively on DSP Gaming. Does he upload his gaming footage somewhere else? Saying exclusively on DSP Gaming is redundant. That's like me saying in these videos, you can watch me do these DSP videos exclusively on my Theo Videos account. It's like, of course, you're gonna see
For the month of November arrived yesterday. Now, obviously, I've been very busy. I've been sick, run down. No, I didn't have a chance to film the Loot Crate unboxing. I'd like to do that tomorrow, so there's a chance tomorrow I'll have a chance to do that and upload it. If not, that's definitely coming soon this week, okay? Tuesday is a big day because this week we're completely changing the schedule from what I thought it was going to be and what I've been talking about for the past week because the Bloodborne DLC, the very first story-based DLC for Bloodborne, is being released this Tuesday. And finally, a couple days ago, we finally got concrete information on how to play it. And in fact,
I'm sorry. I know this is kind of... Actually, I'll save it for later. I'm sorry. Sorry I did that.
Originally, it was rumored that since you beat the game and the game does not allow you to continue to play, it makes you start over in New Game Plus if you want to play again. That in order to start this DLC, you were going to have like a mid-game save, or you'd have to play halfway through the whole game again in order to get to the DLC content. The truth of the matter is that's not true at all. You only need to kill 2 bosses. There's Father Gascoigne, whatever
So
the hell
he
his name is, the
raged
werewolf
for
guy.
no
And then the
reason.
second required boss, which is Vicar Amelia, or Amelia, however you say her name. She's that big giant boss that almost looks white, and it looks like a hairy wolf, and she kind of heals herself, okay?
He
If you
raged
kill
for
those
no
2 bosses,
reason.
apparently it unlocks the DLC. Like, you get an item or
Wow.
whatever, and it allows you to access the DLC. That's good news, because that means, okay, maybe a few hours of going through and readjusting to the game, getting used to the game, and then fighting these 2 bosses versus, oh my god, grind for 3 straight days to get to where the DLC is. And because of this news coming out, I decided I am doing the DLC this week. The way I'm going to do it, a little different than usual. Tuesday, my first gameplay stream is going to be me getting readjusted and re-entering the world of Bloodborne. Now, people loved my Bloodborne playthrough earlier this year. The only complaint was, oh, Phil went offline and he grinded, and because of that, he was overpowered. The thing is, a lot of people did that, and a lot of people are perfectly fine with that. Other people, oh, I have this elitist view of how to play Bloodborne, and you always need to be like just playing and not leveling at all and not grinding, because you should just have insane amounts of challenge when you play. You should have to dodge everything perfectly on the first try. And I don't care, because that's not how I like to play the game. I grinded, I had fun with it, and I really enjoyed
How is
Bloodborne.
it fun cheesing the game?
I was able to do with Bloodborne. I was able to
The
not only
fun
do the
is
entire
the
game, but
challenge.
every
That's the
optional
fun.
boss. I was able to get to those optional challenge dungeons and even get into those a little bit, which normally is something I wouldn't have done with the normal game. Undoubtedly, Bloodborne is going to be in my Game of the Year awards this year. It's that good of a game. So I'm really excited to get into this week, all right? So that first gameplay stream on Tuesday will be me getting readjusted to Bloodborne. Yes, live stream chat will be on, and if people want to help me to let me know, gee, what's the shortcut to the bosses? Because I haven't played the game in some 6 to 7 months, and I'm probably not going to remember jack shit about where to go, and I'm going to be trying to remember the controls or whatever. So it's going to be me relearning
This
the
guy
game
never uses
for a
stream
few
chat
hours on that
to hold
first
his
stream.
hand,
What I'm
guys. Remember
hoping is
that.
by the end of Tuesday on my second gameplay stream, I will have been able to defeat those 2 bosses, and I will have been able to finally reach at least the beginning of the DLC and play a little bit of the DLC before I call it quits for the day. Okay, so Tuesday is a Bloodborne marathon. My return to Bloodborne after some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months away. I'm excited, and I hope you'll join me. If you like that original Bloodborne playthrough, this is going to be your cup of tea. You're going to have a lot of fun with it, okay? Wednesday, I'm going to balance the day, split it. The first half will be the Bloodborne DLC. The second half will be more Fallout 4. Since I'm away from Fallout 4 for a day, it makes sense to go back to it. Thursday
What about
is
Tomb
Thanksgiving
Raider?
in the United States. If you don't know, it's a national holiday where we all give thanks for everything. And I'm going to have a special episode of Ask the King where not only do I tell you what I want to give thanks for this year, but I'm going to be answering your questions. So check out on the kingofhate.com forums. There's a thread.
So for Thanksgiving, he's not doing a fan appreciation video. He's doing Ask the King. I mean, that's something, I guess, but people paid to play with him. Why couldn't he do this instead of Ask the King? What prevented him? Oh, because people are going to be with their families. But it's
Right now, where you can post up your questions for this Thursday's episode of Ask the King. And yes, you can post up, and I will draw questions from there to answer on the show live, okay? In addition, if you were a patron, either in the months of September or October, all right?
Like, again, if he didn't want to do the fan appreciation thing because it's Thanksgiving, then why is he doing a show live? Wouldn't people be busy with Thanksgiving to watch his show live?
And you pledge $20 or more, you qualified to have your question answered on this particular episode of Ask the King. And there is a thread on the kingofhate.com forums. It's under the patrons only section. The thread's been up for a while now for you to actually post up your questions and get them answered. So please post up by Thursday. If you don't, I can't help it. If you don't post up your question, I obviously can't answer it. So if you're not a patron, great. Post up your questions in the normal section on the kingofhate.com forums. If you were a patron, $20 or more pledge, you qualified to get your question answered. Please post up on that section of the forums, all right? That's coming Thursday, my very first stream, around roughly 2 p.m. Pacific time, because it takes about an hour for me to get everything ready for that, and the show runs for about 2 hours, okay? Then we're going to be having our Thanksgiving dinner, and then once our Thanksgiving dinner is done here, Leanna and I, then we're going to be doing, I'm going to be doing another session of gameplay. It won't be live stream. It's probably going to be more Rise of the Tomb Raider, So that's going to be a gameplay session for that day. Kind of my second session will be Ask the King, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Friday, we'll go back to Bloodborne again. Yes, Bloodborne will be the first session on Friday. And then second session, we'll see. Do I want more Fallout? Do I want to do more Rise of the Tomb Raider? Saturday, there'll only be one session, and it'll depend on how far I've gotten. Maybe after 2-3 major sessions of the Bloodborne DLC, I've beaten it. Great. If I haven't, it'll be the Bloodborne DLC. All right?
See how he's like
Saturday night,
delaying
we will
talking
be
about fan
trimming our
appreciation?
Christmas tree. So we do this every year. It's a yearly tradition that we do. And what we're going to do is film it while we're doing it. This year we actually have the tree. We already bought everything last year. We went all out last year and got everything we would need for this year, so we don't have to spend any money. And boy, are we glad we did it, because we don't have any money right now to spend on it. So we've got...
Wait a second. I'm not going to do a field trip. But he said that he has money. He went to an expensive Italian restaurant and posted on Instagram. And when people said, "Aren't you supposed to be broke? Why are," and all this stuff, he made fun of them for saying that he was broke. Now he magically has money. Now that he doesn't have any money. Okay, actually, you know what? We will do a field trip. We will do a field trip. Let's go to Arnas. Oh, there he is. There's. Yes, this is it. Whoa, that's a little too loud. See, okay, aren't you supposed to be broke? Alright. And who said I was broke? Hilarious. Let's go back.
Tradition that we do. And what we're going to do is film it while we're doing it. This year we actually have the tree. We already bought everything last year. We went all out last year and got everything we would need for this year, so we don't have to spend any money. And boy, are we glad we did it, because we don't have any money right now to spend on it. So we've got the tree, we've got the trimmings. This year we're going for more of a frozen look, so kind of like think ice, think snow, think blue and white and silver, kind of ice crystals kind of a look. And that's what we're going to be going for. So we're going to trim that tree, and we are going to upload videos of that this coming Saturday, okay? Sunday will be another gameplay stream. What will it be? Well, it depends. Do people want to see if the more Bloodborne? Did I finish the DLC yet? Do you want to see more Fallout? We'll see. At that point, we'll see what's going on around Sunday-ish time, and we'll go from there, all right? And then Monday, which is the final day of November, Monday, November 20th, so 1 week from tomorrow.
Remember, this is the weekend preview,
Rockathon.
guys.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a special marathon event that I'm doing because a result of the patrons who pledged in the month of October. We hit a goal level. We hit the goal to do this special marathon event. I'm going to be playing Rock Band 4 on the PlayStation 4, and I'm going to be doing vocals. I'm going to be playing the guitar. I'm going to be doing both at once. I'm going to start off on the easy difficulty, or not easy, excuse me, normal difficulty, so that I can get readjusted to the game. I haven't played Rock Band now in some 5-6 years.
Readjusted?
Actually, I haven't played Rock Band since before YouTube, before I did anything on YouTube. Holy crap, so it was like 7-8 years. Wow. It's been a long damn time since I played Rock Band. But I liked it. I played Rock Band 1 and 2, and I loved both games, so I'm really excited to jump back into this one.
And Rock Band's
and it's going to be a
simple.
marathon stream, meaning it's going to start around noon to 12:30
There's
that
not
day.
much to get readjusted to other than the
Around till
speed.
6-7 p.m. Depends on how tired I get, too, because remember, if I'm doing vocals and stuff, my throat's killing me or whatever, we may have to just do guitars, or we'll see. We'll see how the day goes. But it's going to be a straight stream, meaning
Wow.
I'm not going to be snipping this up into separate videos for YouTube. It's just going to be a YouTube stream, and that's it. And yes, it will be archived as one whole video. Why am I doing it like that? It's very simple, because of copyright risks. Because with all the music and shit that will be in that video, there's a very strong chance that I'm going to either get a content ID match, or I'm going to get flagged, or something's going to happen. And if I just make it one video on YouTube, there's no risk. It's like, okay, wow, I'll get one copyright strike. You can't give multiple copyright strikes for a video. Once it's striked, it's done. So if it does happen, worst case scenario, oh no, it's fine, and I should be able to, get around it and not have any issues. And I am going to talk to Machinima ahead of time to make sure if that does happen, that I don't lose my streaming capabilities, because Machinima sent me the fucking game. I mean, I'm sure if Machinima worked with the creators of Rock Band and got Mad Cats to send me a copy of the game, I'm pretty sure it's okay to play, and they're not intending to shut down my streaming capabilities with a copyright claim.
Are you... This guy. He said he put it on Patreon, put it on the paywall, because he was afraid that it was of copyright strikes. Now he's saying, oh, I'm sure it's not going to matter because Machinima sent me it. So now he thinks that, but now he has the money. He got the money. So now he kind of doesn't give a shit, is what he's saying, basically. That he doesn't give a shit what happens to this video, but because he made the money. So if the people who paid that much money get sticked over because of a content ID strike, too bad for them. But at least he got the money. On a game he got for free. I'm surprised he made that money on that goal. I'm surprised. That just shows how kind of ridiculous his fans are. Just saying, I'm not saying all his fans are ridiculous, but I'm sure not most of them donated to that perk. But the ones that did, I really, no, I'm not gonna.
Just saying. But anyway, that's how it's going to happen. That's going to be on Monday, November 20th. So, to review very briefly here, we've got tomorrow either Rise of the Tomb Raider or Fallout 4 on first stream, depending on how you vote overnight on Twitter. Whatever game loses will be on second session, but will not be streamed. Tuesday, a marathon of Bloodborne, return to Bloodborne, and hopefully getting to the DLC content. Wednesday, a combo of Bloodborne and Fallout. Thursday, a combo of Ask the King. Please post up your questions with Rise of the Tomb Raider. Friday, probably a combination of Bloodborne and something else. Saturday, maybe more Bloodborne, or maybe something else like Fallout or Rise of the Tomb Raider if I've beaten the Bloodborne DLC. Yes, there will be a new DSP Tries It this weekend. I forgot to mention that. Yes, there is a new one coming on Saturday. And Sunday, again, more gameplay. Monday, the Rockathon. And that's going to take us into that first week of December, which, by the way, we've got new games. Just Cause 3 is coming out that week. So I'll be balancing that with everything that's going on. All right? So that's the deal. Now, you might have noticed I didn't mention any fan appreciation multiplayer. Well, here's the deal, and this is the bottom line. I'll be very honest with everyone. The fan appreciation multiplayer was going to be done that same time during Thanksgiving week, and I was going to do it because the Bloodborne DLC got announced, and it looked like I wasn't going to be able to do it. And I've been talking to people about doing this multiplayer, and some people are excited, other people were actually disappointed, saying,
Okay, look, he canceled playing with his fans that paid money, $75, and maybe some extra money to get the games that he has. He canceled that so he can play a DLC. No, that's fucking stupid. If I had a Let's Play channel, and I was like, I'm going to play fan appreciation, play with my fans online, I would stick to that. I wouldn't cancel it. I wouldn't delay it. I wouldn't do anything. I would follow through with it. I would, if I were to cancel it, I'd probably have a good reason to. I wouldn't cancel it if I was like, oh well, I want to play this DLC, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cancel this. I wouldn't do that. I would say, well, I'll do the DLC later with the fan appreciation the day I planned for, because it's only fair.
Phil, why are you doing it during Thanksgiving week? Can't you wait till Christmas? Because at Christmas is when a lot of us are going to be getting the games that you're playing during this fan appreciation marathon, and we'd like to join you, but we're not going to have it till Christmas, so it sucks you're doing it now, and then you're going to be busy at Christmas and not do it, so what the hell? So I was actually taking that feedback in over the week. I was like, man, so people have a good point. Maybe I should wait till Christmas to do this fan appreciation. It seems to make sense.
Take a sip.
And so over the course of this week, I private messaged all the patrons who had qualified from pledging this year for the perk where they're guaranteed or to get into a gameplay session if they want to, or if they could participate in the Thanksgiving special, and I got one response. So one person who actually got my top perk this year even cares about this. Everyone else basically blew it off. And
so if I don't respond to anything, that means I blew it off and I don't care.
Doesn't give a crap. So it doesn't seem to me that delaying it, and by the way, I'm not canceling it, it is definitely going to happen Christmas week, the fan appreciation, but delaying it doesn't hurt anyone. In fact, it's helpful.
Bullshit, because here's the thing, he was going to do two. One in November, one in December. Now he's just doing one in December. So how did you go from 2 to 1? How did you go from 2 fan appreciation specials to 1, Phil? That's not what delaying means. So you canceled it. or you cancel the one in December and delay the one in November in December. Then you beg the question, what's the difference between canceling the one in November at that point? You canceled it, Phil. That's why you went from 2 to 1.
Helping the vast majority of people who are interested in being in it. Because keep in mind, I'm going to be doing things such as Halo 5 on the Xbox One, Star Wars Battlefront on the Xbox One, Metal Gear Solid Online on PS4, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on PS4. There's a possibility I may try to do WWE, but I was almost eliminating it completely because I think it's going to be too difficult to do it, and you can only get a few people in a multiplayer match anyway. But I digress. That's kind of the deal. Like, most people said, why are you doing it so early? So it's being delayed until Christmas, and sorry to those of you who maybe were just so dead set on doing it this week. It makes more sense to do it during Christmas week. If you were a patron who pledged my biggest perk this year and you want to be a part of the Thanksgiving special and maybe do a special shout-out video or even audio message to the viewers to say something about Thanksgiving or whatever, let me know. Contact me this week via Patreon, via darksidefil@hotmail.com, darksidefil@hotmail.com, excuse me. Tweet me, whatever. And because I didn't get any responses on Patreon, so I don't know if people just didn't check their inboxes or whatever, but that was one of the things, to participate this Thursday in Ask the King. I was going to have people actually come in and have special segments and stuff with them, and I really didn't get any responses, so apparently people aren't too interested in it, all right? So that's the deal. Fan appreciation is now going to go down during Christmas week. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, as of today, there is 1 week left in November, which means there's 1 week left to pledge to my Patreon. Wow, I actually pointed to the right corner this week for the month of November.
Fuck that.
Tremendous help this month. Let me tell you, people have come out of the woodwork who watch my stuff, who love my videos, who love my streams, and have pledged. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that.
You worthless humans for the views.
Because, as you know, the business has been in jeopardy these past couple of months. I don't even know how this month's going to turn out. Even with Fallout, and you look at the Fallout 4 playthrough, right? It's doing great. I cannot complain. That playthrough's doing tremendously well. Thanks, everyone who's checking it out and watching it in your own pace. I really appreciate that because I'm enjoying the hell out of the game. I'm going to keep playing it at my own pace, and I definitely appreciate that viewership because I needed it, okay?
Dude, it's probably going to stretch Fallout 4 so
long.
long.
Playthrough this month that's successful doesn't mean that it's going to support the whole business. I don't know what's going to happen. Patreon is helping me big time, okay? If all the pledges go through this month that have already been pledged, it's going to be a record month. And if they do go through, good, it'll help. It's certainly not going to make up for the thousands of dollars I'm losing a month here, but because of the YouTube issues, but at the same time, it's helping me. So thank you to those of you who have pledged. If you haven't yet, the big goal for this month, if I can hit my funding goal, all right, and all the details could be found on the website, so I'm not going to go into detail, but if I can hit that funding goal, I'm going to be doing a crazy, fun platformer marathon where it's going to be patrons who pledge $5 or more by the end of this month are going to be voting. Do you want to see me do Crash Bandicoot 3? Do you want to see me do Banjo-Kazooie? Or do you want to see me play Conker's Bad Fur Day in a 7-some-hour gameplay marathon at the end of December? So another cool marathon, another fun event that I think people are really going to like, and it's going to give incentive for people to pledge. Lots of people already have pledged, but you need to have a $5 pledge this month in order to vote. I want to make that abundantly clear because I don't want any misconceptions. Someone pledges $1 and they're like, where do I vote? You can't. It's a $5 pledge to get that premium forum access, and then you can vote on all this stuff, okay?
Wow.
But understand that even if you can't afford a giant pledge, which I'm certainly not looking for, $1 helps. And I've had some 50-some people who said, Phil, I can't give a lot. I'm going to give you $1 a month. Here you go. Thank you. That is huge. That's what makes this successful. That's what allows me to continue to do this. If I could get everyone who watches my stuff to give $1, I wouldn't have to ever give a crap about YouTube views again and copyright nonsense and people fucking with my business. It would all be a moot point because it would be you crowdfunding me to keep doing this, and I wouldn't have to worry about all the foibles of corporate America. He has a head cold. With me, and sometimes a chest cold. Can all shove their thumbs up their own fucking asses because it wouldn't affect me. I'd have no worries because I'd have the consistent income. All right.
You don't have a consistent income. You literally don't have a consistent income. Your income depends on viewership and donations. That isn't consistent.
Consider pledging if you haven't. 7 days left. I'll be reminding you probably daily about this. Thank you if you have already pledged, and I hope that we can hit that goal and we can do that marathon to end the year strong. Okay? That is it, everyone.
Oh, you'll probably make it at this point.
Like 3-4 different games going on here. Ask the King special, the Christmas tree trimming special on Saturday. It's going to be a great week. I'm looking forward to it, and I certainly hope that I can stay healthy and keep the congestion out of my head so that I can be here for you every day. I mean, if I can get more than 3 hours of sleep, I could probably, do some gameplay, but I figured today was not a good idea, and I apologize for that. We're coming back tomorrow strong. We're hitting the ground running. I'll see you then. All right, everyone. Peace out. Have a good night. Remember to vote on what you want to see tomorrow on my Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP overnight, and I'll see you tomorrow for whatever wins the poll, all right? Peace out, everyone. Without further ado, special thanks to these patrons who pledged in the month of October and made the upcoming Rockathon possible. Thanks, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Let's see if you fix the scroll. Okay. Now you're gonna let the audio play. But yeah, that's really fucked up, Phil. You canceled an entire fan appreciation thing for DLC. That's really shitty. You had to mention the thousands of dollars you were losing. You're never gonna finish games if you keep stockpiling new ones. Gout? Wash your hands more, Phil. Easy prevention of healthy. Yeah, wash your hands is the best. That's it. I heard the new Patreon update is making things easier. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna give it a thumbs down because of the nonsense of everything. So let's see. 849 views, 63 likes, 45 dislikes. Yeah, nothing new. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video.